Now on Sunrise, a sheriff's deputy shoots a man in Northeast Portland. What we're hearing from witnesses about the moments before they pulled the trigger. Plus, the local sheriff who wants to fine unprepared hikers who put themselves at risk and then call for help. Your news starts now. Good morning, and thanks for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Libby Dowsett. Your headlines in just a minute. But first, here's Daisy Caballero with a look at your forecast. Happy Rose Festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the Rose Festival is just right around the corner, just probably a few hours away by now, right? And it's gonna be beautiful weather. I'll have that full forecast for you all in just a few minutes. But what we're currently seeing, of course, the sun is officially up. Again, good morning to everyone at home. And as we're looking at our temperature, we're in the mid 50s right now. So of course, slowly gonna start to warm up. The rest of your current temperatures, 53 out in Forest Grove, also for King City, just 50 for Happy Valley right now. 50 degrees over to Newport, 47 over to Baker City. But go ahead and check out the Dow, 61 and 60 degrees already in Pendleton this morning. So a ridge of high pressure right here. It will continue to build today, tomorrow, and actually all the way until Monday. So we're going to be seeing some pretty warm temperatures. So daytime highs for today is 88 degrees for the Rose City. For tomorrow, 94 and then 95 degrees for Monday. So we have issued a weather impact alert days from today all the way until Monday, of course, because of the heat. So what you need to do is please stay hydrated. Please wear that sunscreen, and I'll have more information, like I said, for that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Libby.
Thank you, Daisy. This morning, a man in the hospital after he was shot by a Multnomah County Sheriff's deputy. The man was accused of firing a gun in the street yesterday afternoon. Then the deputy says the man pointed the gun at officers before the deputy fired. Celine Stevens takes us to Northeast Portland to see how this all unfolded.
Early Friday evening, the Portland Police Bureau responded to a call of a disturbance on Northeast 116th Avenue, south of Sandy, around 3:45. The call was in regard to two men fighting.
When officers arrived, they located one man who they believed was involved based on the description from the caller.
Sergeant Kevin Allen with PPB says the other person was not found, and the one man they did detain was then released. But then another call came in.
Closer to 15 minutes later, Portland police officers were dispatched to another call in the same block where they were told that a neighbor was out in the street, was threatening neighbors, had a gun, and was firing shots.
PPB says a Multnomah County Sheriff's deputy was in the area when this occurred and responded to the scene as well.
During the course of the call came out that shots were fired by the police and a suspect was down. The suspect pointed that firearm at officers during the encounter.
You can see in this video the suspect walking across the street toward officers before shots ring out. We paused the video right before impact.
I heard one gunshot. It was loud, but it's normal for around this area.
I hear a little noise. It's not usual traffic here, and that's why I'm curious to go out and see what's going on there.
While details are still blurry, PBB says a neighbor in the area also had a gun, but they're cooperating with the investigation and have not been arrested.
There was a neighbor that also had a gun and fired shots, so there was perhaps an exchange of gunfire between the suspect and this neighbor.
You can also see in the video the suspect toss out what appears to be the handgun once he was shot. Some who live in the area say this kind of thing isn't rare.
I mean, it's not abnormal. Like, it's sketchy. Like, my son goes to school here, and I don't want him walking to school or walking home. It's scary.
Now, Portland Police Homicide and the East County Major Crimes Team are investigating the shooting.
The nature of the suspicious circumstances is part of our investigation.
That suspect was taken to the hospital with serious injuries.
We don't believe that the initial call was related to the neighbor that fired shots. I don't know if we've identified that person from the initial call from when it was 3:45.
No officers or deputies were injured in the shooting. Right now, we don't have a condition of that suspect. Portland police are hoping any additional witnesses will reach out to them. A judge has sentenced an Uber driver who shot and killed a man and wounded another to life in prison with the possibility of parole. Prosecutors say Jeffrey Hammond shot 47-year-old Ryan Martin after a brief confrontation in downtown Portland in October of 2023. Surveillance video shows the two men interact for a few seconds outside the Moxie Hotel before Hammond shot Martin. Martin died at the scene. Hammond later told police it was self-defense. Hammond also shot a man who was recording the confrontation on his cell phone. That witness survived. Friday, Ryan Martin's family talked about their loss, asking the judge to impose the maximum sentence.
Some things cannot be fixed, and this is one of them. What I've learned the hard way far too young, is that there is immense pain in this world caused by people like you.
Hammond declined to speak at his sentencing. He'll be eligible for parole in 30 years. In Columbia County, a 14-year-old boy has pleaded not guilty after the FBI arrested him, alleging he was planning a mass shooting at a mall in Kelso. Excuse me, the teenager faces charges that included attempted murder and attempted assault. Authorities say they found 3 guns, 4 knives, and some ammunition at his family's home. A judge has decided the teen will remain in juvenile custody at least until his next court date. Both the DA's office and the teen's lawyer declined to comment. Washington's governor has ordered the National Guard to help in the search for the father accused of murdering his 3 young daughters. New court documents also show Travis Decker searched online for information on how to move to Canada. This just days before he allegedly killed his daughters and left their bodies near a campground in central Washington. Authorities have not reported finding any signs of Decker. They are still focused on searching wilderness areas near the Pacific Crest Trail. In Skamania County, the sheriff's office says it's seen a 400% increase in search and rescues compared to last year, and many of those could have been avoided. Now the sheriff has a new and potentially controversial plan to try to slow this trend. Devin Haskins breaks it down.
The sheriff says she's in the process of writing up an ordinance that would fine those unprepared hikers if they need rescued. But she also said that she is aware that this could cause people to not call 911 if there is a fear of a fine. She said that's why it would come with a big messaging campaign, as well as signs in the county and at the trailheads. Hikers agree the Columbia River Gorge is a place to escape.
I love hiking. I think it's a great way to kind of get out and reflect and have like a calm afternoon.
But on the trails, she's seen more and more people showing up unprepared.
No water, no backpack, that sort of thing.
Other hikers agree, saying they've seen hikers out in flip-flops and without a plan.
Not necessarily really prepared. They don't have layering, so if all of a sudden weather comes in, they may not be prepared.
And it's that kind of recklessness or negligence
it's been insane
that has Skamania County Sheriff Summer Shire fed up.
It's watching people be extremely irresponsible.
She says in the month of May, search and rescue crews saw a 400% increase versus last May and a 550% increase in the first quarter when it should have been their slow season.
We are at 30 search and rescues to date. And we're just entering what we would consider our busy season.
She says about 7 of the 10 rescues last month were due to negligent or careless behavior, and that it's costing the county
numerous hours, rope systems to set up. It's really very much a strain.
A strain on a county that's largely public land with little tax base to support emergency services.
The problem is tourism is great for our local businesses, but it is a huge strain on public safety and emergency services.
Shire is drafting an ordinance to cite hikers who need rescued that put themselves in danger and come unprepared.
We will have to find another way, or people are going to be out there for much, much longer than they are waiting now.
Devin Haskins, KGW News.